Hi Leo, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 21st to the 30th, 2019 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. So let's see now, Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus, what November 21st to the 30th has in store for you. All right, so what I'm going to do is move your Witchling and your Fairy Guidance cards off to the side. And I'm going to take your extra tarot deck right here, which is the Templar Tarot, and I'm going to move it behind Believe in Kindness. This is going to be used for your bonus reading at the end. And now we're just going to take the main cards right here, the Good Tarot. All of these will be linked in the description box below. And we're going to see what November 21st to the 30th, 2019 has in store for you, Leo. Leo, November 21st to the 30th, 2019. 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 Leo. Show me clearly. Oh, fantastic. That's where the cards fell right away. And so that is where Spirit wants me to stop. At the heart of everything is the Six of Fire. That's fantastic. Crowned by the Messenger of Earth. That's the Knight of Earth in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Earth sign energy is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Then you have the Hermit right here, which is amplifying a Virgo energy. That is a time frame of August 23rd to September 22nd. The Nine of Waters, blessings, joy, happiness. The Ace of Water is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of love. The Eight of Air, there's something here that's holding you back. The Seven of Earth, you have to have patience with yourself, right? Yeah. The Messenger of Water is you definitely taking that gift. Water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You have two messengers here, one grounding you, one talking to your soul, talking to your heart. You have the Eight of Waters, the repeat of the number 8 with the Eight of Air and the Eight of Water is saying here that you're going to be taking this time very seriously. Step back a little bit, enjoy it more. That's going to be very beneficial. And then you have the King of Earth, which is, again, an earth sign energy, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. So you have a strong earth sign presence leaning towards a, ooh, goodness, of course, leaning towards a Virgo here. Okay, so let me just straighten this all up because everything flew. My goodness. All right, putting everything back in order. Okay, that was too funny. Okay, so let's see now. Let's see now, Leo. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Leo, November 21st to the 30th, 2019. Leo, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Okay, this one right here, which is faith. Well, okay, upside down. Yes, okay. And clarity. So having faith in yourself. As you move forward, you're going to find that to be a bit hard. You're going to be questioning things, looking at yourself, saying, you know, how do I get to where it is that I want to be? And clarity is going to come to you. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly, Leo. November 21st to the 30th, 2019, Leo. November 21st to the 30th, 2019, Leo. Right here. Serenity and motivation. So let's start here with serenity. And this says, with a calm and focused mind and enjoyment of each moment, you create your very own, not serenity, sanctuary, there we go. You create your very own sanctuary. So having your very own place of peace, and I see this as a place of serenity for you, and that's what I was really seeing when I looked at this card, just a place of peace, of calm, and of focusing on your soul and yourself. That's really going to be what moves you forward. And the chakra that needs to be cleared here is the crown chakra. That's really focusing on what your mind wants, where you want to be, but also knowing that at this time, because you will have a tendency to take things very seriously and very much too hard, like really ruminate on things, really think about things, you're going to find that it can be overwhelming, and a clearing and a cleansing of the crown chakra is going to be so beneficial to you. It's going to make a lot of things more clear, and it's going to help you move forward. Right. Then we have here motivation. And this says, motivation kindles the passion and energy needed to work towards your goals. And this is saying that because at times you will be so focused on things, you will be so focused on what needs to be done and everything that you have to do, and you're going to want to do it perfectly. Why? Because you're a Leo. You expect perfection from yourself. And the fact of the matter is that the only thing perfect about us is our souls. And nobody ever says, oh my gosh, look at the soul in that person. Look how kind that person is. It takes a very odd person to be, the soul is what they look at. The soul is what they're drawn to. All right? And it's not our mainstream society at all. So here with motivation, know that in order to do what you need to do, you are going to be doing it well. You are. But it is going to be motivating yourself to also not be so serious, because if you take things too seriously, you're actually going to find that you wind up kind of second guessing yourself and sabotaging yourself. So just be mindful of that. Just be mindful of that as you're moving forward. And here, the color that shines through is blue. That's healing and cleansing the throat chakra, being very mindful of the words that you say to yourself, about yourself, and also the words that you take in from other people, because during this time you are going to have a tendency to hear the negative instead of hearing the positive. A person can say 10 nice things about you. They say one critical or slightly critical thing, that's going to be the thing that you take away. So just be mindful of that. Embracing your peace, embracing your passion is going to help you veer away from feeling overwhelmed by other people. Then with faith inverted, it says, spiritual faith is a devoted assurance of the heart. And what we have here is doubt. That's kind of like, can I do it? Am I going to get there? Is it all going to be okay? The answer is, yes, it is. It is going to be okay. You are getting there. You are going to be able to move forward. But there are going to be moments where you really question yourself, and that is really correlating to the 8 of air, the 8 of swords. Then we have clarity. And this says, a mind of clarity is a mind of action. Clearing your mind, focusing on what you want, and moving forward, excuse me, in that truth is going to be one of the most beneficial things that you can do for yourself. Just take a sip of tea. All right. So right here, we start with the 6 of fire. The 6 of fire, the 6 of wands in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is celebration, it's success, it's moving forward. It's like, yes, I got this. But as you are claiming your power, moving forward in your truth, going after what you want, you have the 8 of waters, which is an ending. Now, this is an ending, for me, the way I read this, it's an ending as severe as a divorce. It can be a breakup in a relationship, it can be moving jobs, but it's going to be something very severe and very finalized. It can be you're closing a chapter in your life. You're just saying, I'm not looking at things like this anymore. I'm moving away from what I thought I wanted. I was going towards this course. You know how when you're younger or when you're forming your life, when you're saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do, you have all these plans for yourself. And you think, okay, that's what I'm sticking to. And then if you don't do it, and one day you're just laying in bed and saying, oh my gosh, but by this age I wanted to. By this age I wanted to. At this time I wanted to. And then you start feeling really poorly about yourself. Let go of preconceived plans. Let go of what you expected for yourself and say, what does divinity want for me? What does the universe want for me? How is it that I'm supposed to be moving forward? Not how am I supposed to be taking control over the situation? Because there's something here, Leo, that is happening that is out of your control. Because you're going to sit there and you're going to get frustrated. It's going to be like either an expense is going to come up, or, somebody, you're going to be talking to somebody and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're friends, or something like that. Something where you're looking at things and you're reevaluating your whole scenario. It can be that you're just sitting at work and you're like, how did I even get here? Or you're sitting in class and you're like, how did I even get here? So know that you're going to be questioning things. Know that you're going to be looking at your life in a different way, through different eyes. And as you do so with the 8 of waters, you're walking away from something. You're letting an ending come. And that ending is setting you free. With the 6 of fire, you're celebrating that ending. You're celebrating your truth. You're celebrating your power. And you're starting to look at the beauty that's in your life. You're starting to look at the things that you wanted from life and celebrating what you wanted instead of the way you thought you were supposed to get there. Looking at what you have and saying, yeah, you know what? This is where I want to be. Even if it's not where you want to be, you can say, wow, this is springboarding me to say, never again. I will never be here again. Sometimes we need that. We all have moments in our lives where we think, oh no, that will never be my truth ever, ever, ever again. So know that about you. Know that about yourself as you move forward, because the 8 of waters shows an ending, and it can be a divorce. It can be an end of a relationship. Now, if you're in a really good relationship, don't think that it is going to be that. But if a relationship has ended, and you're looking at things and you're like, wow, how do I move forward? It's by starting to celebrate yourself again. It's by seeing your intrinsic worth. And it's also knowing here, and for a lot of people, it's knowing, do not give up yourself for somebody else, for something else. Don't give up you, and don't give up your independence. Okay? That's going to be highly, highly, highly important. You're crowned here with the messenger of earth. Strong, again, Virgo energy, but you have messengers at your crown, meaning you're going to be getting a lot of knowledge coming your way. Earth sign energies, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Water sign energies, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. These energies are right here moving you forward. Now, the 21st of November ends the Scorpio time period. All right. So when I see this, now Scorpio time period is then there's the Sagittarius time period, then there's the Capricorn time period. So it can be that you're moving towards December 22nd to January 19th. That's the Capricorn time period. And you're going to be seeing things differently. You're going to be kind of feeling more in balance with yourself. And that the Sagittarius time period for you, for you here, Leo, is a time of learning. It's a time of understanding. It's a time of taking things in for the earthly realm and for your spiritual and emotional well-being. So here you are taking in messages, and you see how she has the antlers upon her head. That is a sign of majesty. That is a sign of royalty. Here she has, well, it can be a crown, but it can also just be a headdress. But she's talking to this little small, what is that? Seahorse. There we go. Thank you. So we have a little small seahorse right here that it seems like she's getting messages from, or she's talking with. So there's going to be something seemingly innocuous, seemingly small, out of the way, not really as big as you would think it would be, that you're going to get information from. It's really going to touch your heart. It's really going to lead you forward. It can be from a water sign, a Pisces, a Scorpio, a Cancer, but it can be preparing you from this Scorpio period to the Capricorn period that will be coming December 22nd to January 19th, where you're really going to see your determination move forward. You're going to see everything that you've accumulated in the Sagittarian time period guide you, strengthen you, and get you to where you need to be, body, mind, and spirit. So do know that there are messages coming your way. And there's also a sense here on this earthly plane of celebrating excuse me, where you need to be and how you want to be. Instead of how everybody else wants you to be, look at what it is that you want from this earthly plane. What is it that you desire? Are you living your truth? Okay? Are you letting other people decide what your truth is? All right? That is going to be a very strong thing for you, Leo. Are you letting other people decide what is your true desire, your true hope, and your true place within this world? Because at your root is the Ace of Water. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine in the universe, handing you a gift of love, handing you a gift of prosperity, a gift of a sense of falling into balance with your heart. And then we have the King of Earth, which is, again, an earth sign energy, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn. So strong, strong, strong earthly presence here, which means that this is a time to get things done. This is a time to look at this earthly plane and say, what is it that I want? Where is it that I want to be? How is it that I want to move forward? With the Ace of Water, there is a sense of, again, it correlates, because if you see here, it's the opposite. So you have the earth at your crown, the water at your root, and then here you have the water at your crown and the earth at your root. So what you have is your mind and your heart working together to bring you to the place that you need to be, to help you see the way that you want to celebrate moving forward and have an ending that is truly, truly, truly profound and powerful to you. So with the King of Fire, the King of Earth is saying, you are embracing the majesty. You see the antlers that he has upon his head. He also has a crown, but here, antlers is what we're looking at, because here you have the messages. Here you have the sense of the divine feminine giving you the messages, helping you move forward, helping you see things in a new light, helping you embrace your power. And then with the King of Earth, you're going to see yourself embracing the divine masculine, embracing a more masculine approach of, I have to get things done, I have to look at things a certain way, and then moving forward. It's going to be much more succinct, much more practical. And I'm not saying that the divine feminine isn't practical, but she sees more with her heart, and he sees more with his logic. And that can be, very stereotypical, but that's how I'm seeing it here. So with the king, you're also the actor upon the stage when it comes to your prosperity, when it comes to your abundance. So here, with your power of understanding and truth, with your power of financial, I see this as financial stability when you are taking in this pearl and you're saying, wow, okay, this is what I desire. Now, financial stability, yes, I'm talking about money, but it can also be, Spirit is also saying here that it doesn't have to be finances. It can be something you value as much as money coming into your life to ground you and to move you forward. Now, we have the Eight of Air, which is telling me to tell you that you're not going to see the blessings coming your way. You're not going to see the way that you truly want to move forward. You're going to feel trapped, you're going to feel overwhelmed, and you're going to be questioning things. So needing to step back, needing to have that place of sanctuary is going to be very important, because that place of sanctuary is going to remotivate you, because the faith is going to be a little shaky at times. And that's why you have your crown, your mind, being guided by the messages of the earth and of the water, of, this earthly plane, and of the emotions of your soul, right? So what practically needs to be done and what emotionally needs to be done. This is having you look at things differently. This is having you spread your wings. But you're going to feel that no matter which way you turn, you're going to do something wrong, or something terrible is going to happen, or there's going to be a sense of being too overwhelmed, too much of I don't know. And so instead of saying, you know what, just go for it, you're going to feel paralyzed, which is exactly the opposite of your heart, because your heart here is all about movement. If you stay paralyzed, you will not see the blessings that you have with the Nine of Waters, because you're going to be too afraid. The Swords is letting the mind get ahead of you. It's really letting, thoughts and fears and apprehensions and oh my gosh, get ahead of you. And with the Nine of Waters, there is a sense here of needing to celebrate, of needing to see the beauty, because once you say, okay, you know what, I will not have all the answers, I do not have all the answers, but I'm going to let love and joy and prosperity radiate from my soul and from myself and guide me to the place that I need to be, body, mind, and spirit. People are going to see this from you. This is why they're going to be drawn to you, and they're going to see you as somebody who's very prosperous. Even if you're struggling, they're going to think either that you have something hidden away and you're not really, struggling, or they're going to see that you have things figured out and you're pulling yourself up a heck of a lot better than they are. So know that about people at this time. You might feel surprised that, for some of you Leos, you are going to feel surprised that people are coming to you asking for advice, wanting to see things, because you're going to feel like this Eight of Air right here, because usually the negative outweighs the positive. We look at our anxieties, we look at everything that needs to be done and we go, oh my gosh, and it freezes us. It just does. So here with the Eight of Air, know that to combat that, you need to look at the love, the joy, the prosperity, the beauty that you have in your life, even if it's just one thing, even if it's just your dog or your cat, that makes you happy. Focus on that. Focus on that, because that's going to be what moves you forward. And then with the Seven of Earth, there is a sense here of patience. There is a sense of knowing that you've planted the seeds, knowing that you work hard and you're dedicated, and moving yourself forward in that power and in that truth. You need to turn inward. There is just a sense here that yes, people will be seeing you. Yes, there are these messages and there are these gifts that are coming that you are most definitely taking, but there's a need to pull inward. There's a need to see your true soul, your true self, your true desire manifest before you. And what's going to happen is that comes through the quiet, that comes through the power of your heart, that comes through your understanding of where you want to be, body, mind, and spirit. And this is going to set you free, because here the Virgo energy is the time frame of August 23rd to September 22nd. So something from this time frame can be coming up, from 2019, can be coming up from this time frame, or a conversation that you had, something that you were thinking about, or something that happened during this time frame that you are walking away from. And it doesn't mean that what happened here isn't going to happen ever again, but you have found your footing. And the repeat of the number 9 means that you're coming very close to a completion of a cycle. You're coming very close to seeing the truth of the way that you want to move forward, and really taking in these messages and seeing, oh, this is what they meant. This is what they were saying. And by they, I mean the messages and the insight that Spirit was giving you. So let's see here in the Templar cards, how will you understand the messages that Spirit is giving you and not be paralyzed by doubt? How will Leo understand the messages that Spirit is giving them and not be paralyzed by doubt, to be able to move forward in blessings? And how does Leo turn inward without feeling guilty? Because that's going to be a thing that gets you. You're going to get these messages and you're going to be listening to your heart and you're going to be saying, how do I do this? How do I turn inward? How do I go into this sense of connecting with my soul, connecting with myself, being compassionate towards me? Because you're going to be able, and you're going to have that Virgo energy of compassion here, and it's coming through very strongly. And the thing is that here, what I'm seeing with the messenger of earth, the hermit, and the eight of waters, is this messenger of compassion is all about being compassionate to yourself. It's all about helping you find your way to move forward, your way to embrace your soul and what you want. And there's going to be a sense here that you're going to be really fighting with yourself and saying, no, I have to push through. I have to, I can't stop. I can't stop, because when you stop, you're going to feel frozen. And so you're not going to want to find that piece of sanctuary, because it's going to be too much. It's going to let all the thoughts and all the doubts come at you all at once. So, okay, I'm going to lay these out, and then okay, so this brings up the time period that we're in, that we will be going into. Okay, the Sagittarius time period, the main time period of this reading, which is from November 22nd, this is the Sagittarius time period, to December 21st. And this reading is from November 21st to November 30th. So here, the Sagittarian time period is crowning you. And you have the Three of Wands here, the sense of looking at your future. Now, you're taking a gift of knowledge, ideas, and understanding. Okay, it's at your root, and it's right over the gift that you get from your heart, which you are also taking. And these are both from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe. You have a lot of major arcana cards here. You have Temperance, you have the Chariot, you have the Fool, you have the Magician, you have the High Priestess, and you have the Hanged Man. So there is a lot going on, which is saying, okay, this is how you need to go about taking this gift, because you're going to be seeing things a heck of a lot different than everybody else. And what you're looking towards is your future. You're not looking strictly at this present moment, which is why you're getting overwhelmed. And the High Priestess is saying, step back, connect with yourself, connect with what you desire, because at your heart right here is the Magician, is the sense of seeing a greater truth. Now, when I have the King and Queen of the same deck, of the same suit in a reading, it is something spectacular. And here I see the Magician and the High Priestess as being a King and Queen combination. Right? I also see the High Priestess and the Hermit as being a King and Queen combination. Right? These two mean different things, because we're talking about divinity here. You can have different faces. So with the Magician, there is a sense of people seeing you. Okay? At your heart, you are the actor upon the stage. You are cultivating your power. You are knowing where it is that you want to stand. You are conjuring what it is that you want from life. With the High Priestess, you are stepping back. You are focusing more on the long term, but also on the Spirit is saying the grief of it all. The power of emotion, that's what Spirit is conveying here. The power of emotion. And that's what I see you as here, really embracing at this time. It's the sense of, I can accomplish what I need to by embracing my power and my truth. And by the Eight of Air giving you these doubts and these fears, what happens is you turn inward towards your heart and your soul. And the High Priestess is saying, you know what? Do not worry. Do not let the fear hold you back, because you're actually going to get some fantastic insight at this time that moves you towards the place that you need to be, body, mind, and spirit. At your heart is also the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a sense of connecting with your childhood, yes, but there is a sense of remembrance. There is a sense of connecting with yourself, and there is a sense of letting things go. So as you embrace the Magician's path, as you say, this is my power, this is my truth, no one and nothing can hold me back, you're letting go of something that is no longer helpful or beneficial to you from the past, and you are remembering what it is that you desired when you were small, before the world's limits weighed heavily on your shoulders. And this is what you're walking away from, the limits that have held you back, the doubts, the fears that have kept you in place. Then we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is talking about the future. The Three of Wands is talking about what you desire. You're sending your ships out, but you are also receiving. What does he have in his hand? Okay, a pouch. You're also receiving something really quite brilliant. So here, I see this as looking towards the future and saying, wow, okay, I know where it is that I want to be. You might not know 100%. What if you just say, I want to be happy? And what if you just started following happiness? Because I know we try to sit there and break things down into things that can be totally prosperous for us. Okay, so I'm going to have a 5-year plan, and in that 5-year plan, I'm going to get promoted 5 times, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and that brings anxiety. But here, what if you step back and say, okay, so instead of doing XYZ, I want this. I want to simply be happy. I want to be happy within my life. I want to be content within my soul, and I want to look towards a future that when I think of it, it makes me smile instead of giving me a panic attack. Because here, with temperance, you are finding this balance. And it's within this time period that you're going to be realizing something very true about yourself. And for the life of me, I'm going to tell you, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's going to be something small. It's not going to be one of these, like, hallelujah, like revelations, get a lightning bolt from the sky hitting you kind of thing. It is going to be something small, something astoundingly personal, but it's going to be something that changes what you're looking at and how you're looking at it. Okay? So how you're looking at your future, it's going to be something that balances you, that grounds you. And then here, with the Ace of Swords, this is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of knowledge, which you are most definitely taking with the Knight of Swords. You are moving forward in the Chariot, which is a Cancer energy, a time frame of June 21st to July 22nd. You are charging ahead. You know what it is that you want. Through this knowledge, through this understanding, you're going after it. Then we have here the High Priestess, the insight, the ideas, the turning inward, the understanding, all right, the privacy of it all right? You're not going to want to shout from the rooftops what you know, though people are going to be taking note of you. It's actually going to be more to your benefit, Leo, if you hold things to your heart. Because here with the Fool, as you turn inward, you're going to be going after what you want. Now the Nine of Waters on top, that this is on top of, is also saying here, embrace what you love and embrace what you need. Now it does not mean, kind of quit your job and only do what you love in life, because you have responsibilities and sometimes you just can't. But here, it's really looking at the steps that you want to take that people might think are foolish. People might sit there and really not understand you at all. But here, with the Fool card, you are going after something and you are speaking a truth that other people do not want to hear. It's going to release you from the negativity of childhood or the negativity of doubts that were spoken over you and that were beyond your control. And it's going to help you move forward in your emotional understanding. You're going to be seeing things differently, Leo. Everybody else does not see things the same way. That's why you have to be patient with yourself. But you also have to be patient with others, because you are going to be charging ahead. You also have an air sign energy here, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius energy that's kind of like, let's go after it. You need to step back. You need to know that you're going to see things differently than everybody else. Because of that, here with the Knight of Swords, be mindful that you don't want to just charge ahead and just go after what it is that you want. You want to kind of step back, take things in, and then move forward, because that's going to bring you the balance and the release of negativity that has been holding you back before, that has been holding you back in the past. Now, let's see, your subconscious message for this whole entire reading is the Fool, which we have here right, not at your heart, but we have it right here, the Fool. So there is a change that you're supposed to be going after. There is a beauty, there is a new idea. There is something that you might have said, oh my gosh, that's so foolish. It's not. It's not. It's part of your soul and yourself. And it's how you need to walk forward. And then we have here the Death card. The Death card is the Scorpio time frame, which is the beginning of this time frame, okay, November 21st. And it is a dying away of the old self and a rebirth of the new. Okay, that's the end of the Scorpio time frame. It's from October 23rd to November 21st. There is a sense here of embracing your chakras, embracing your emotional understanding, finding a balance within yourself, okay, opening up your heart. But there's also a sense of saying, you know what, no more. No more am I going to be looking at things this way. Because if you see the skeleton right here, he's pointing at, I view this as a sort of shaman right here. So there is a sense of deeper magic being understood, deeper ideas being understood. And there's going to be something that seems it's almost as if you've buried something and said, I can't, I won't, I'm not. And it's going to be coming up. It's like you can't live without this truth. You can't live without this knowledge. And with the Scorpio, here and the Fool, it's very much saying you can't run from yourself anymore, Leo. You have to follow your path and your truth, because that is going to set you free. And that is going to empower you to the point where you are grounded in blessings and you are growing from blessings. All right, Leo, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness, and may harmony always be with you. Bye.